So back here at Delaware Valley University, the Frank Wolfgang Field, the Deck Dogs taking on Ascent. Here, Ascent lost 8-7, had 6 runs in the first 2 innings, then ended up losing 8-7 as Dylan Portero delivers one outside. 1-1 here in the top of the first. Ascent, the home team's Deck Dogs, the away team. And Donahue up in the right side batter's box as he watches one go low. 2-1 is the count. Tyler Donahue over from Upper Darby High School, left fielder number 16. As he watches one low and away get past the catcher. 3-1 is the count. Brian did a great job of blocking in the first game. Had a couple tough pitches to deal with. Either way, though, here in the top of the first, a swing and a miss. Right down the heart of the plate. 3-2 is the count. Tyler Donahue, the leadoff batter with the payoff pitch. And that's called a strike on the inside zone. Donahue goes down looking for the first out of the game and the inning here in the top of the first. And Portero gets his first strikeout. First pitch here, Dominic Vanini. Inside zone on the corner. First strike, 1-0-1. Dominic Vanini out of Archbishop Carroll out of PA. Center fielder number 2 watches a low one for ball 1. 1-0 here with 1 out. Portero, the 1-1-1. A swing over to short. Over to first. A little bit off the bag, though. He's going to be called safe. Vanini beating it out. Runner on first, though, here with 1 out. Shortstop couldn't make the play over, just a little bit outside. Accuracy not all there, though. First base tried to make a play. Here is Josh Lillis, the shortstop from Sun Valley High School. Man on first, though, in Vanini. Portero eyeing him down and throws one. Doesn't catch that inside zone, though. 1-0 to start the count. That pitch catches the inside zone right where that first pitch was, just a little more inside. 1-1 the count here. Vanini slowly leading off of first. Now they're going to throw it his way. Checking on him. Vanini's taking a big lead over at first. As they go back to him, and that's a bad pitch out all the way outside. First base making it for it. Easy into second base is Vanini. Now you got a man on second. Now Josh Lillis in at the box. Got a man in Vanini at second. Is that pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Vanini in the mind of Patera right now as he throws a breaking ball, gets away though. Actually, it was a foul ball by Lillis. Now that's strike 2. So now the 0-2 with 1 out. Patera with 1 strikeout already. Doesn't get the call, though, on his second. 1-2, 1 out. Top 1 here between the Deck Dogs and the Ascent. Vanini taking a lead off a second. A swing and a miss for strikeout number 2. Dylan Patera with his second strikeout of the day and the inning. As Lillis goes down on strikes. Now Dylan Patera to face his fourth batter of the inning. It's going to be Liam Sayer. As that pitch low gets him to swing. 0-1's the count for Liam Sayer out of Westtown High School, the third baseman. Number 21, and has a runner in Vanini in scoring position over at second. As that ball misses inside, a breaking ball that just fell a little too far down. Count sits at 1-1, 1 out away from getting out of the top of the first. Swings through that one. Ball that broke a little down. Got Sayer swinging at that one. 1-2, 2 outs. Patera looking to get out of this one already. Has 2 strikeouts. Looking for his third. As that's high and inside. Doesn't get the call though. 2-2. So all twos. 2-2. 2 outs. The pitch is swung on down the third baseline at foul. Sayers staying alive. Still at 2s. Runner in scoring position for Patera. After his single from Vanini. As that swung on and missed for the third strikeout of the top of the first for Patera. 4 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Patera. As this game stays at 0 as we head into the bottom of the first. Here at Delaware Valley University, the Frank Wolfgang Field between the Deck Dogs and the Ascent. Back here at the Delaware Valley University, Frank Wolfgang Field. Deck Dogs taking on the Ascent. Ascent coming off an 8-7 loss. Deck Dogs getting their first game of the day. Hayden Chermel in as the pitcher. Is Irv Fisher at bat. Watches that first strike for strike one. Start off the bottom of the first here for Ascent. 0-1 for Irv Fisher. As that swung on and fouled backwards towards the cage. 0-2 is the count. CJ Nocella in the on-deck batter's box. It's the 0-2 count on the way. Breaking ball doesn't slide in, doesn't get the call. 1-2. McDonough in the hole. The 1-2 is swung on and lined up the middle for a ground ball single and a leadoff single to start the bottom of the first for the Ascent. Just like what happened in the first game, Irv Fisher starting off with a leadoff single. Sets up CJ Nocella here with a man on first. Irv Fisher already taking a lead off of first before CJ Nocella is even in the batter's box. Fisher with a big lead, and he takes off. Gonna slide easily in without even a throw from the catcher. Belis didn't even want to test him. Fisher using that speed. Now a runner in scoring position over at second for CJ Nocella. As that swung on and fouled back. 0-2 is the count now on Nocella. So bottom one. No outs, 0-2. Taking a look back at Fisher at second. A lot of speed over at second. You'd have to think that anything in play, Fisher's going to have a good shot at it. As that ball gets away from him, 1-2. The 1-2 here with 0 outs. High and inside, 2-2. Sherrill once had 0-2 start. 2 straight balls is 2-2. Trying to punch out Nocella here. That one's fouled back. Count's going to stay at 2-2. McDonough on deck here in the 3 spot. Still no outs, and Nocella still battling. The 2-2 is swung on into left. That's going to get down in left field, and Fisher's going to try for home. Here comes the throw for home. Slides in. Gets it in as Nocella tries for second. Gets safely into second. RBI double. Fisher comes all the way around from second. And a nice base hit rip into the gap over by left from Nocella. As it is a 1-0 game. Ascent leads over the Deck Dogs. So now Chernow giving up his first run on the day. He misses low. 1-0 started against McDonough. Nocella over at second. As Quinn Bryan on deck. As that one swung through on a pitch down the heart of the plate, makes it 1-1. Quinn Bryan had a 2-run RBI double in the last game. Here with 0 outs. As that one swung same spot as it was before into the gap, CJ Nocella is not going to try for home. As McDonough, a single moves the runners over. Nocella at first, McDonough at first. And here comes Quinn Bryan with a runner on first and third. No outs so far. 1 run. I've had a single, a double, a single, and Quinn Bryan now fouls this one back towards the Ascent dugout. 0-1. Only in the bottom of the first. Quinn Bryan, the catcher for Ascent. Catching in this game and the game before. Aiden Chernow looking to get his first out the inning end of the day. In that right side batter's box, a righty on righty matchup with the guy on first and third. As McDonough's going to take off for first, second, and slide in safely. Nocella not testing that run home as McDonough is now second. Nocella's at third. And Bryan's in a good position here with 2 runners in scoring position, 0 outs. As that ball goes low. 1-2. So no outs. 1-2. And the pitch is low. Grounds it over to shortstop. The throw over to first. Not in time and out of play almost. As 2 runs are going to score. And easily Bryan's going to get to second. The throw there from Lillis just a little off target. Gets over to second as Bryan and the 2 runners score. And McDonough and Nocella. 3-0 here. The Ascent lead in the bottom of the first. No outs so far. So now Nasella's going to come in for Quinn Bryan. Quinn Bryan being the catcher, he's got to get the catcher stuff on. Still 0 outs, though. Ryan Cain steps up to the plate and delivers one to the right side. Gets into the gap. They're not going to send him home, though, but Ryan Cain's at first. Nasella's at third. Nasella was just there at third before they replaced him. He's back to 90 feet away from home. 0 outs on 5 straight hits for Ascent against the Deck Dogs here. Now Mount visitors are going to go talk to Chermel. Andrew Rhea, pitcher for the last game. Pitched 2 innings. He's going to step up to the plate. Had an opportunity in the last game. Came up just short, though, 8-7. Ascent lost that one. He's got a guy on first. Got a guy on third. Down, or up 3-0, the Ascent. Andrew Ray in that lefty batter's box. Guy on first, guy on third in the first pitch. Not swung as Nasella. Gets back safely to third on the throw out. Peelis tried to mark him down. Guy on first, guy on third. Still 0 outs. That one swung through. 1-1. Chermel goes right at him and gets him to swing through at 1-2. Big lead for Cain. Not so much Nasella, as that pitch goes up and high. 2-2. Deck Dogs still looking for their first out here in the bottom of the first. Down 3-0. As that pitch goes low, catcher loses it, and Nasella's going to come in for third. Belis couldn't find it. Nasella takes advantage once again. Third opportunity here for Caramel. Now the 3-2, another opportunity. Gets the strike called on the corner. Ray's going to take a seat for the first out. It's Gavin Lewis. He's going to step into the right batter's box here after the Deck Dogs just got their first out of the inning. Here in the bottom of the first, man on second. That ball soars high. 1-0 to start this at bat with Gavin Lewis. Now the 1-0. Just a little high, just a little inside. 2-0 here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. That up and high pitch. Now 3-0 as he's going to try for third. Gets in safely as Cain on a sneaky little play there. Over to third base is Ryan Cain, now a runner in scoring position. And the pitch, that's a strike. 3-1 is the count. Caramel trying to battle back. Cain on third. And that's a strike, just gets low enough. Now 3-2 is the count. Now the full count. That swung on and fell back. Three and two. Ryan Cain on third. Just actually stole third in the 3-2. Looked at as it goes. That's going to be a walk. Man on first, man on third. As Gavin Lewis makes his way safely via walk. Now Trey Villanova in that right side batter's box. He's going to have a chance with one runner in scoring position and a man on first and Gavin Lewis. Ryan Kane on third. Belis going to have a talk. Chairmal. Big lead for Gavin Lewis at first. As that swung through for strike one. 0-1 start. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on down the right side and fouled off out of play. 0-2 is the count. Here with one out. Bottom one. And the 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. Keeping the count at 0-2. Gavin Lewis, another large lead. The 0-2 is he's going to steal. Hit by pitch, though. As Trey Villanova takes one off the arm to get over to first. We have bases loaded here with one out. 4-0. Ryan Kane on third. Trey Villanova on first. Gavin Lewis on second. Here with Ian Monteith in the batter's box, right side, righty on righty. To start the count, that's popped up. Over to first. Sun clearly got in the eyes of Candelario. Couldn't really track it down or see it. That's going to be 0-1 to start the count. Channel has a situation here. Over to first. Bad throw. Here comes Kane. Runners will advance. Villanova tried to steal. A lot of confusion on the base path right there. A throw from Patero. Or a throw from Chermel. A lot of confusion and chaos just in that last 30 seconds. It's now 5-0 here. 0-2. Bottom one. As that swung down the third base line, gets in front of it. Now tries to tag him out at third, gets him out. Can't get over to first, though. Nice play there at third over by Sawyer to track it down, get his body in front of it. When Lewis went back, was able to just tag him out. So now 2 outs, 5-0, man on first, man on second. And Portero's in as he fouls one back into the fields. Now 0-2. Another one fouled back into the fields. Oh, 2. 2 outs, bottom 5. And that one's another one fouled back into the field. 3 straight ones fouled backwards. Dylan Portero with one guy in scoring position. Another one on first. And an opportunity for the pitcher. As that strike 3 called low. A strikeout looking for Dylan Portero. Damage has already been done, though, here in the bottom of the first. 5 runs for the Ascent as the Deck Dogs have a lot left to go here as we make our way towards the top of the second here in Delaware Valley University at the Frank Wolfgang Field. Back here at Delaware Valley University. First pitch just gets low from Dylan Patero here in the top of the second. Ascent lead 5-0 over the Deck Dogs. Maradino, the DH, standing in that right side batter's box. Patero, 3 strikeouts, only allowing 1 runner on as he hits one low in the dirt to make it 1-1. Patero trying to keep the strikeout streak going. Here as we just get underway in the top of the second. As that pitch just a little too far inside, 2-1 the count. As that 2-1 is slammed out to left. McDonough gets under it, makes the easy play in left. First out of the inning for Portero here in the top of the second. The catcher, Belis, coming up. That right side. Right-handed hitter, right-handed thrower. Facing the lefty Dylan Potero. And his first pitch of the at-bat. A breaking ball that just gets inside. 0-1. Colin Belis out of Upper Darby High School, Pennsylvania. He's the catcher. Stands at number 6, and he looks at an 0-1 pitch that just gets inside. Just a little too far inside and down low. 1-1 here with 1 out. That pitch catches the bottom corner. 1-2, and Portero really finding his zone, really painting those corners here. 3 strikeouts already. And the 1-2. Gets away from Portero. 2-2. Now Belis has a 2-2. Portero trying to finish him. And that one's popped out to right. Ray is there, and he makes the grab. Two outs. Deck Dogs trying desperately, down 5-0. Portero pitching a gem so far. 3 strikeouts. Got 2 quick outs to start this top of the second. As Luis Candelaria, Henderson High School, the first baseman, stands at 5'11", fouls one into the dugout of Ascent. 0-1. Now Luis Candelaria facing that 0-1. Ball that goes inside and gets past Quinn. 1-1 is the count here with 2 outs. And Portero. Ball down the first base line and foul. Portero already making quick work of this top of the second. Trying to get through Candelaria and get the Ascent back up, already up 5-0. And the 1-2 pitch. Just a little inside, 2-2. Portero with all 2s across the board. Fires one that's bounced back. 2-2 is the count. Candelaria working hard to try to stay alive. Keep this inning going in the top of the second. As that one goes low, 3-2, full count here. Terra's only allowed 1 base runner. That was off of Vanini's single. That's the payoff pitch. Just a little inside, and Candelaria is going to take first. Base on balls is Koning's going to come up. Now Candelaria on first, already taking a lead. That right side batter's box, Portero. The first pitch of the at-bat goes over to first base. Another big lead from Candelaria, and Portero eyeing him down. Now he fires one inside, misses that inside corner. Jacob Koenig out of Pencrest High School, playing right field for this game, standing at 5'8", number 24. That one's fired in and swung through on the bottom of the zone. 1-1 is the count here. Portero takes a step off. Candelaria definitely in the head of Portero. As Koenig's going to switch bats. Jacob Koenig, playing here at Delaware Valley University, will spend his next 4 years here, already committed here to play on their baseball team. As he watches one fly by, and Candelaria is going to easily take second base. Koenig hopes to have a lot of memories here. 4 years left to go for him. Going to spend a lot of time playing here at Delaware Valley University in right field. It's 2-1 for Portero. 2 outs, 2 in the top of the second with the man on second. As that ball gets behind Quinn, Candelaria is going to easily take third. Koenig, a senior now, will be playing here this upcoming fall for Delaware Valley University. That 3-1, 2 outs goes high, and that's a walk for Koenig. Man on first and third as the Delaware Valley University commit takes first base. Now second baseman Chris Chung steps in the batter's box, right-hand side. Man on first and third is Portero. Checks on him. Doesn't get the call, though. Close play there. Almost got Koenig out at first on the pickoff attempt. Still man on first and third here. 2 outs, top second. Chris Young out of Upper Darby High School. 5'8". Second base, number 27. Looks at a pitch right down the middle. Not called. 1-0. Interesting call from the umpire there. 1-0 though. 2 outs. Has another pickoff attempt trying to get Koenig out at first. Unsuccessful. Keeping a real steady eye on Koenig at first. Still got a man on third though. Candelaria. As the 1-0 thrown for strike 1-1. Candelaria on third. Portero fires one low. 2-1. Koenig taking a big lead off of first. Portero being a lefty. Still keep a good eye on him. Thrown over twice. As Portero's ball misses outside. 3-1. Deck Dogs down 5-0. Getting a run here would be huge. Has another pickoff attempt on Koenig. Almost slips on first. Stays on though. 3 pickoff attempts on Koenig. It's now the 3-1. Right down the heart of the plate. Full count on its way here. A walk will load the bases for Portero, who's, for the most part, pitched very well through these top 2. Portero, with runners moving, is lined up the middle over to second. Flips it over to short. And Nacello gets the out. 3 outs for the Ascent. 5-0 they lead as they get out of a tough one with runners on third and first as we make our way to the bottom of the first here at Delaware Valley University. Back here at the Delaware Valley University, Ascent leads 5-0. Irv Fisher, currently in the batter's box, had a single in the first, also had a run, part of the 5-0 offensive explosion in the bottom. As Irv Fisher tries to check swing, ends up swinging through it 2-1. No outs here, just starting the top of the fifth. Fisher watches one go high. 3-1, tough if you get Fisher on. He can fly around the bases like he's proved just in these 2 games alone. As he watches one high and inside. He'll get on base for a leadoff walk. Nacello had an RBI double in the bottom of the first. Also had 2 runs, one from his 2 spot and one as a pinch runner when he came in for Quinn Bryan. As already Fisher's on the move towards second, slides in safely. Fisher's just too fast for Belis. Now Nacello lines one out to left. Fisher's not going to try for home. Nacello right back to what he did in the first. Lines one out to left. 2-2 for CJ Nacello. Had an RBI double. Just got a single. Now the Ascent with a runner in scoring position. Hayden Termal already in trouble as Nacello tries to take second, but it's fouled back. Nacello will head back as Jake McDonough, the left fielder, who sits in the 3 spot, has a good opportunity here with Fisher, who can fly, and Nacello at first. They check on Nacello. Candelaria didn't even attempt the tag. Nacello was already clearly in. 0-1 is the count here in the bottom of the second. As that one's blooped out to right, Fisher will score. Nacello gonna try for third. As that throws in, they go over to third. Easy out for Nacello at third. A great hit there, a bloop single by McDonough. Nacello out at third trying to stretch it. Koenig with the throw in. The Delaware Valley University future commit already showing off his arm in right field. Large lead for McDonough at first. That ball's outside. 1-0 the count. 6-0 the Ascent lead. Quinn Bryant has single in the first. Another run for the Ascent. One of the 5 who came in that bottom of the first. Looking to do the same. As runner goes, McDonough slides into second safely. Another stolen base for the Ascent. Now they have a runner on scoring position. So now the 2-1. Now one's popped up. Over to the infield. Can't make the play, though. Sun got in the eyes of Chung. A lot of confusion in the infield. As Brian's going to make it safely to first off of what looked to be an error. Lillis, Chung, and Sawyer all around in the area of where the ball was. Ryan Kane watches the high ball, thought about going after it, but doesn't. 1-0 the count. Kane has single in the first, and he bloops one out to right. Giving way is Koenig. Stuck on the base path is McDonough, but gets away with one as Koenig misses the throw. That's going to be out number 2. Is 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Ascent leads 6-0. Ryan Kane just popped out. Now Andrew Ray is up, the man on first and second. At first, Irv Fisher. Second is McDonough as he swings through one. 0-1 the count. That ball's outside. 1-1 here with 2 outs. Andrew Ray pitched last game, pitched 2 innings. Now steps in the batter's box as McDonough goes to third, slides in safely. Throw not in time. Still a man on first and on third. Fisher who can fly at first and McDonough who can run at third. As Fisher already on his way to second. Throw over to third, though. McDonough, not fooled, slides back in. Now Charmel. Ray flies one out. Third base side. Can't make the catch, though, in foul grounds. Sun posing to be a problem today. Now the count is 2-2 here with 2 outs. Sayer had a shot at it over at third. Ray gets away with one as we're 2-2 in the bottom of the 2. That one's looked that high. 3-2, full count. Man on second, man on third. Andrew Ray with a big opportunity here. Charmel just trying to get out of the inning. Ray's going to take a step off. And the pitch. Strike 3, got him out. Gets out of the inning for the Deck Dogs is Andrew Ray. Second strikeout of the game. Ascent, 1 run, though, in the bottom of the second as we make our way to the top of the third. Deck Dogs are going to lead off. We're underway here at Delaware Valley University at the Frank Wolfgang Field. Ascent versus the Deck Dogs. Back here at Delaware Valley University, Tyler Donahue swings through his first pitch that he sees. 0-1 the count. Dylan Portero so far doing a great job holding the Deck Dogs to 0 runs, limiting base runners. As Donahue watches one go low. Donahue out of Upper Darby High School. The left fielder stands at 5'8". He struck out in the in the top of the first. One of Potero's 3 strikeouts as he watches one low to make the count 2-1. The Ascent currently leading 6-0 on the Deck Dogs. 5 of it coming in the bottom of the first. As that one's down the third base line and foul. Now 2-2 here for Portero. Hasn't been down in a lot of counts so far. Only in the top of the third. As Portero low misses now 3-2. Now top 3. Full count to the leadoff batter. Is flied out to the infield. Camped under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Nocello, the one underneath, has 2 runs on the game so far. As Portero gets that first out pretty quickly. Dominic Vanini, the only one who got a hit. Sees a strike, a breaking ball that just stays high enough. Dominic Vanini out of Archbishop Carroll over in Pennsylvania, who stands at 5'10". Center fielder and number 2. Facing Dylan Portero. As Portero gets him to swing at a high one. 0-2 is the count. Quickly down is Dominic Vanini. Portero trying to take care of him with the 0-2. That one's grounded over Nocello. He makes the play at short and fires over to first. Gets the out and gets Vanini over at first for out number 2. Now Lillis, the catcher for the Deck Dogs, stepping to the plate. Deck Dogs already down 2 outs. Vanini just grounded out. And Lillis just looked at a first pitch strike. 0-1. A breaking ball that just catches that zone. Completely dropped the floor out of it to make it 0-2 here with 2 outs. And Portero misses that zone. Doesn't get the call. 1-2. 6-0 with Sanley and Portero. Chance to end it. Gets it to drop a little too far. 2-2. 2 outs. Portero trying to get out of the top of the third. That ball misses low, full count. Full count here with 2 outs. And Portero misses low. So now he walks Lillis. Man on first. And Sayer's going to come to the plate after having a strikeout in the top of the first. One of Portero's 3 strikeouts. Sayer, Lillis, and Donahue all struck out in that first. Vanini was the only one who got a hit. As he flies one out to right, Going back for it, can't grab it. Here comes the runner around third. Doesn't try for 3, though. Easily in is Lillis off the hit from Sayer. So now 6-1, the Deck Dogs currently trailed down 5 here in the top of the third. 2 outs and Caleb Marindino facing Dylan Portero, who just allowed his first run. Portero misses, now down in the count 1-0. Haven't seen him be down in the count all that much. As Potero's ball gets low, and that'll be an easy third base take. Sayer over at third. Marindino wearing 00. Facing Portero on the left-hander, right-hander matchup. Lefty Portero deals. A breaking ball that moves a lot into the middle of the zone. A great pitch there from Portero makes it 2-1. Sayer with a big lead off a third. And Portero fires one that goes low. 3-1 is the count. Now Portero fires another breaking ball, gets him to swing through it. Marindino now 3-2. A full count with 2 outs. And Portero gets him to swing through it. Marindino goes down swinging for the third out. 6-1, the Ascent lead over the Deck Dogs as we make our way to the bottom of the third with a man stranded on third. We're underway here at the Delaware Valley University Frank Wolfgang Field. Here at Delaware Valley University, Ascent leads 6-1 over the Deck Dogs. Aiden Chairmel back on the mound. His first pitch of the bottom of the third is a ball over to Gavin Lewis, the DH for today, as he misses low again. 2-0 is the count. Gavin Lewis, the leadoff batter, 0 outs. As that pitch, lower side of the strike zone, 2-1. Now Lewis facing that 2-1. Swings on. Lewis trying to beat it out. The throw from second easily gets him out as Chung for the first out of the third. So now steps into the box with a man on first. That ball's lined out to short, gets passing into the outfield. A nice RBI, or not a nice single for Villanova. 6-1 with one out. Gavin Lewis going to take over at first. A man on first with Monteith up to bat. That right side batter's box as he fires back. Lewis one step ahead though. Gets back in safely. Lewis taking another lead. Channel fires in, almost hits him. Really catches that inside. But ball number one. Lewis takes another fast lead off, and the pickoff attempt doesn't get him. Lewis back in time. Now Monteith hits one out into the gap. Getting past center. Lewis trying for third. Monteith going for second. They're going to hold him at 3. Monteith gets in with a double and moves Gavin Lewis over to third. Still only one out. Runners in scoring position. 6-1, and Potero's going to step in. Pitcher who's been dealing so far. Only allowed 1 run. Potero watches a ball go outside. 1-0 is the count. And Potero swings at one. Flies it out to left. Trying to chase it down. Can't make the play as Donahue. Donahue throws it inside as Gavin Lewis is just going to easily get into home plate, make it 7-1 with only 1 out and a runner on first and second. Monteith didn't even think about trying to get to third. Donahue too close in left field. Irv Fisher now up. He watches an outside breaking ball. Doesn't catch the zone. 1-0 is the count. With Nasello on deck. Another breaking ball. Goes outside for Fisher. 2-0 is the count. As Fisher swings at a low one right through it for 2-1. That one swung on late on a low breaking ball, 2-2 after being down 2-0. Counts now 2-2 here on Irv Fisher. And Fisher swings through one, fouls down the right side for a foul ball out of play. Still 2-2 and still 1 out with a runner on first and third. And Fisher out to left field. Bloops one in between third and short. Monteith not going to try for home as we load the bases here. Fisher on third. Monteith on third. Villanova on second. Nasello with an opportunity here with bases loaded. Pitcher's going to go have a chat with Deck Dogs pitcher Aiden Chermel. Prime opportunity here. 7-1. Ascent leads in the bottom of the third. No decision yet if they're going to pull Chermel. So they're going to keep Chermel in a little bit of a tough situation with bases loaded and only one out. The bottom of the third and facing Nocello. Had an RBI double in the first. Then had a bloop single in the bottom of the second. Has another opportunity here with bases loaded. And Nocello driven out to left. Donahue's there. Villanova's going to test him as a throw in from home. Not near home. As over to Monteith at third. He slides in safely to third. Fisher doesn't try for second, though. A run does score, though, on the sac fly from Nocello. 8-1. Ascent leads here in the bottom of the third. Now Jake McDonough. Had a single and a walk. Single in the first. Walk in second. Has Fisher on first. Man on third. Fisher already makes his way to second. Easily gets in there without a slide. Has Chermel with 2 outs. Looking to try to get away with one here. As McDonough fouls one up. And Beals can't get there. It's going to be 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Runner on second and third. And Donahue fouls that one back. 0-2 is the count. Now the 0-2. And Donahue over to third. Makes the play over to first. And gets him is Sayer for the third out. Here in the bottom of the third. Ascent tack on 2 runs to make it 8-1 as we make our way to the top of the fourth. Deck Dogs leading off right here, Delaware Valley University at the Frank Wolfgang Field. Back here at Frank Wolfgang Field at Delaware Valley University. The Ascent currently lead 8-1 in the top of the fourth. Had 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Just tacked on 2 more in the bottom of the third. Dylan Potero really carved up the first 3 innings, only allowing 1 run. 4 strikeouts to go along with that. But now it's the Deck Dogs' turn, down 7 here in the top of the fourth. It's Colin Belis out of Upper Darby High School, Pennsylvania. Catcher number 6, who stands at 5'10". Watches a first ball for 1-0 to start off the top of the fourth. Belis. Fouls one off down the right side. Makes the count 1-1. Deck Dogs have been able to make solid contact, but wrong place, wrong time for the Ascent right place, right time. It's 1-1. That swung on, fouled back to the pitcher. Quick, easy flip to first. And Belis is out for the first out. Here for the Deck Dogs in the top of the fourth. Hard ground ball back. Easily taking care of it, though. Nice, easy flip to first. So now Candelaria. He drew a walk in the bottom of the second, or in the top of the second. Made his way all around to third as he gets hit by one, and now he'll take his place at first. Walked in the top of the second, just got hit by a pitch. Top of the fourth. Only base runner so far who's been there 2 straight times. The train comes back around. We saw it going left to right. Now we see it right to left. Jacob Koenig with an opportunity here with Candelaria on first. Watches one high, though. Candelaria over at first. Koenig ahead in the count at 1-0. That ball's high, 2-0. Candelaria has been taking big leads for the majority of this game, whether he's been on first or second. That pitch misses inside, 3-0, and Candelaria doesn't take second on a bobble from Brian. Koenig very ahead in this count at 3-0 with 1 out and Candelaria on first. He misses outside, and Koenig's going to take first. Candelaria's going to take second. And that's going to bring Chris Chung up to the plate with a man on first, man on second, and only 1 out. Now Chung's first pitch. Seen right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Chris Chung out of Upper Darby High School. As he sees one low. Not called, though. 1-1. Man on first, man on second. 1 runner in scoring position here in the top of the fourth. Ascent lead 8-1. And an outside pitch makes it 2-1. And the 2-1. Swung on from Chris Chung on a slider. Went outside for it 2-2. One out in the Ascent trying to. Time was called from the out, but the Ascent are trying to get that second out. Get a little closer to getting out of this inning. And bring on their high-powered offense like we've seen in these couple 3 innings. As that one's fouled backwards. Count will stay at 2-2. So now the 2-2. Here in the top of the fourth. 1 out. And Chung watches one outside and make it a full count 3-2. Full count. Swung on and fouled back. Going to keep it at a 3-2 count. Runner first, runner second, and Chris Chung fighting to stay alive. And the full count pitch goes low. Chung's going to take first. We have bases fully loaded here. As 8-1, the Ascent lead. Donahue struck out in the first. Out in the third. Has an opportunity here in the top of the fourth. As he watches a low one for a strike. 0-1. 1 out. Forces all around. It's Tyler Donahue, the left fielder. Upper Darby High School uncommitted. Stands at 5'8" and has an opportunity here. Bases loaded. He sees one outside. 1-1. 1 out. Another one that just catches the bottom corner. 1-2. 1 out, and Donahue now down in the count. That ball's outside. 2-2. And that one swung off of Bryant's face mask for a foul tip. Count's going to stay at 2-2 here with 1 out. Donahue once again trying to stay alive. Also trying to do something with bases loaded. Top of the fourth, Ascent leading 8-1. Gonna need a lot of runs in quickly for the Deck Dogs. As that one's popped up into the infield. Infield fly is called. Either way, it's an out, as that's going to be the second out. Gavin Lewis gets underneath it, though, makes the catch. 2 outs right now for the Deck Dogs. The Ascent, 1 out away from getting out of the jam. The bases loaded jam. And Dominic Vanini, Archbishop Carroll, PA, center fielder, has a shot to do some damage here. He sees one high and inside for a called ball. 1-0. Avenini had a single in the first. He looks at one high. That's called for the second ball of the count. 2-0. Still bases loaded in a dangerous position to be in for Ascent. Fantastic opportunity for the Deck Dogs here in the top of the fourth. As that ball misses high. Almost hits Vanini. 3-0. Now Vanini with a 3-0 count. Sees one high and inside, and a run will be walked in. Vanini takes first. That run will score. 8-2 now, Ascent lead. Here with 2 outs, bases still loaded as Candelaria comes home. Lillis with an opportunity here, just like Vanini had. Still bases loaded, but 2 outs. As that ball misses outside, 1-0 to start the count. Josh Lewis out of Sun Valley High School. Shortstop who stands at 6 foot, has a 2-0 count. Sees a pitch miss just high. Two outs though, and the Ascent just one out away from getting out of this inning. As that ball misses and gets past the catcher, runs will score. That'll make it 3-8 and runners advance. First to second, second to third, and third to home. As Koenig's going to get home. Ascent still leading comfortably 8-3. Listen, that right-handed batter's box with a 3-0 count. Two outs. And he throws a strike on that bottom right corner, 3-1. Ascent's trying to stay ahead of Josh Lillis. The 3-1. Misses high, and the walk Lillis put him at first. Bases back to being loaded after the wild pitch. Sayer's going to come to the plate. Two outs, bases loaded, and Liam Sayer watches a changeup come right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Liam Sayer, being from West Town School in PA, sits at 5'10", plays third base, has no one count. As that ball misses low, Quinn Bryan there to scoop it up, save a potential run there. 1-1. The 1-1. That ball is watched for strike two. 1-2, two outs. Needing another strike to end this inning. Only allowing 2 runs. Now Sayer slams one out to short. Nicello can't make the play, and 1 run will score, and another run will score. That's 2 runs there on the 2-out RBI single. 2 runs score for 8-5. Sayer had a little tough shot there for Nicello to kind of corral. 2 runs will score, though. 8-5 is 4 unanswered here, just within a 2-out span in the top of the 4th. And coaches are going to have a mound visit. So mound visit breaks, and Ascent still leading 8-5 here with 2 outs. Got a man on second, got a man on first. It's Caleb Marandino from Pencrest High School has a runner in scoring position as he watches a strike on the bottom left corner. Sayer with a 2-out line drive / ground ball that got through Nicello. Scored 2 runs. As one back to Nicello. Nicello plays it and fires over to first. Doesn't get it in time, though. as he's safe at first and bases loaded once again. 2 outs and Ascent, just like in the last couple minutes, find themselves in a tough position here with bases loaded here in the top of the fourth. As Belis, the catcher, he steps up. Colin Belis set up for Darby. Been playing catcher for the whole game. Sees one on the back of his back. Takes a mark right there as a run will score. 8-6 now off the hit by pitch. As Candelaria looks to step in, Ascent is looking to make a pitching change. So Herb Fisher going to come in for relief. In a little bit of a tough position here. Bases loaded for the Deck Dogs. Ascent's 1 out away from advancing to the bottom of the fourth. Already gave up 5 runs. As Fisher throws one right down the heart of the plate, Candelaria watches it. Now Fisher. The 0-1 misses. Candelaria's walked. He's also had a single. He's been one of the key contributors for this Deck Dogs team today. As Fisher, or Candelaria, hits one out to right. Easy play for Andrew Ray. That's going to end the inning. Damage has mostly already been done. 5 runs from the Deck Dogs. Now we have a game here, 8-6, going into the bottom of the fourth here at Frank Wolfgang Field in Delaware Valley University. So Quinn Bryan will lead off here for Ascent as he lines one down the left field line. Foul ball. Getting a quick start on Aiden Chermel. 8-6, Ascent lead. They were at one point up 8-1. That ball misses low, making it 1-1. But for an offensive explosion, added 5 runs to the Deck Dogs total, making it 8-6 in the bottom of the fourth here. As Quinn Bryan looks at his third ball of the at-bat, making it 2-1. Chermel still in through 4 innings. As Bryan watches another one. 3-1 the count here as the leadoff man, so 0 outs. Bottom of the fourth, not a single runner on. And Bryan watches one outside, and the leadoff guy will get on with a leadoff walk. And Ryan Cain to step up to the plate now. As Quinn Bryan will take a seat. McDonough will hop in for him at first base. McDonough with a large lead off at first. Chermel not even looking. McDonough takes off. And Bayless can't make the throw over to second. Lost the ball, bobbled it. McDonough easily into second. So now Ryan Cain, the second baseman, has a runner in scoring position. And that ball is lined over to the second baseman, Chung. Chung takes it and fires over. And he gets the out for the first out of the inning. Either way, though, McDonough gets to third. So Andrew Ray, the guy on third, takes a hard swing at the first pitch and swings through it for 0-1. McDonough at third. Anything in the outfield would potentially score him as that ball is low 1-1. 1 out for Ascent and Andrew Ray. That ball goes high, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed from Ray. Foul tipped it into the catcher's mitt, 2-2. Ray looking to get something going. A 2-strike, 2-ball count. And that swung on and missed for a strikeout in the second out of the inning, keeping McDonough at third and Gavin Lewis up to the plate with a runner at third. Now Chermel, his first at pitch to Lewis. Just outside. Called a strike though. 0-1 the count in the bottom of the fourth. 8-6 is sent over the Deck Dogs. As he swings through that one, 0-2. Ascent trying to add to their lead. Deck Dogs made it a little closer than they would like. Up by 7 at one point. And he popped one up in the air. Coming in from center. Makes the catch is Vanini, and that's going to be the third out of this bottom fourth as we head to the top of the fifth. Ascent leads 8-6 here in the top of the fifth here at Frank Wolfgang Field, Delaware Valley University. here at Delaware Valley University. Koning, Chung, and Donahue. The last hopes to keep this alive as that ball misses high 1-0 in the top of the fifth. 8-6 Ascent lead. Deck Dogs and Donahue. As Koning flies one out. Andrew Ray under it. That's the first out of the inning. And now Chung with an opportunity here to see if he could get on base. The righty in Chung made some great plays at shortstop and at second throughout this game today. From Upper Darby High School. His first pitch he sees sails high for 1-0. And he flies one out to right. Andrew Ray back underneath it. And a bad call there. Both went for the ball, and Andrew Ray and in center field. Ball drops, though, as Chung gets in safely and pretty luckily. Now it's Donahue. Donahue with an opportunity here. Chung at first. Donahue sees one inside, up and high. 1-0 here with one out. Irv Fisher usually plays center field, coming in for relief here. As he throws one right down the middle. No swing from Donahue, but strike called. 1-1, one out. 8-6 Ascent lead. That ball from Irv Fisher. A strike on the bottom side. 1-2 with one out. As the left fielder Tyler Donahue trying to stay alive here, down in the count. The 1-2 pitch is Chung steals. Donahue swings through it but fouls. Chung's got to go back to first. Count stays at 1-2 on Donahue. So now Fisher, the 1-2. Donahue fouls that one back out of play. Chung still taking a lead off of first. Pretty large one. Irv Smith. Irv Fisher misses the strike zone there. 2-2 with one out. Donahue still battling, still staying alive. As now Chung goes to second. To throw to second. Misplay there as that ball got past him. Chung would have been pretty much out if that ball was anywhere accurate to where Chung was headed. Irv Fisher, though, is going to have a 3-2 count here with one out. Donahue, who was down 1-2 in the count at one point. Now 3-2. And that's a strike called on the outside corner. Donahue was going to head to first. Ump said strike 3. 2 outs. Now Dominic Vanini. Tying run at the plate. 2 outs. That ball's on the outside corner. Doesn't get it. Ball 1. Chung takes a bigger lead. That ball's up. 2-0. Nasello and Lewis playing defense. Chung taking a large lead. Fisher just focused on Vanini. As he fouls one back, 2-1. Now 2 outs. 2-1. And Vanini swings at one on the left side. Grabs it cleanly and throws it over and gets him out for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 8-6 Ascent leads over the Deck Dogs. Here at Delaware Valley. Never mind, that's going to be the game. Due to the time limit, Ascent leads 8-6. They're going to win it here at Delaware Valley University at Frank Wolfgang Field. We're winning 7-1 at one point. Deck Dogs came all the way back, made it a game at 8-6. We have another game in about 35 minutes or so. Right here at the Delaware Valley University, the Frank Wolfgang Field, about 35 minutes or so.